I'm actually heading to Vegas right now. The emotional whiplash that this thing did to me. Hey fam, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new around here, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and I am so excited to get started on this video because it has been a hot minute since I have done a reading vlog. Full transparency, I just have not been, feeling very well the last couple of weeks. Some of you guys may or may not have seen a video. I actually ended up taking it down for now. I might put it back up, I'm not sure, but of me just kind of struggling. If you've seen some of my shorts, you'll know that I've been kind of struggling with just some things happening lately in my personal life, and I just have had zero motivation to really read. So a lot of the reading vlogs that I had planned on filming, they just didn't end up happening. However, I am finally kind of starting to slowly, I think, get out of my book slump and start to get back into reading. There's lots of fun reads to do during the fall time and closer to Christmas time as well. There's so many fun themed things out there, which is really fun. And I have some really exciting books that I'm hoping to read in today's video. And the first one is one that I'm actually almost done reading. I have like maybe 80 pages left, and that is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sengu Mandana. I have no idea if that's how you actually say their name, so I'm sorry if I butchered that. It's so cute. It's actually one that I was hoping to read before Halloween, but I have actually been on the wait list for this at the library for probably close to 6 or 7 months. Like, I'll be like, I was like number 30 on the wait list when I first tried to get the book. So I got it the day after Halloween, which is a little bit of a bummer, but also like that's totally okay. It's still fun to hear about all the fun witchy, cute, fallish things in here. So this one is about a woman who is a witch. She is now mentoring 3 young witches who all live together. They're all adopted, and usually witches aren't supposed to be, what they've been told is that they aren't all supposed to really be too close to each other because their energy and their magic can be too much and it can cause really bad things to happen. But these 3 girls are growing up as, young witches, and they don't really know how to control or how to use their power. So their guardians go and ask this witch named Micah. I think that's how you say her name, or Micah. I want to say Micah. They asked Micah to come and help basically be their teacher, their live-in teacher, until they can get the mother of the witches to come back and teach them, basically. And of course, there's a cute little love story in here as well, and we are getting close to the point where I think like the big climax is going to happen, where there's going to be something, like I think something's going to happen with these 3 witches, and they're going to accidentally either cause a huge accident or something's going to happen. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to finish reading this today. I have just, like less than 80 pages probably left in this, and then I actually need to go to the library to pick up a couple other books that have finally come on hold for me that we can probably read in this video. And I also have one that I thrifted a couple weeks ago. I'll show you guys that. I'll show you all of them later when I get my books from the library. So a lot of stuff to do today. Anyway, we'll go ahead and finish reading this book, then we'll head over to the library, do our little library haul, and then just kind of go from there. So I'm excited that you guys are here, and let's get into it. Let's head over to the library. Okay, let's try that again. We're gonna head over to the library right now to pick up the book that I have on hold, and also just to kind of hang out there. I like walking around. My library is like in a warehouse right now because they're building a new one, which I'm kind of upset about because I really liked being able to work from my library. It was like such a fun place for me to go and just like sit and hang out, and I could like work there all day, and it just got me out of the house. But now at this new place, there's not really a spot for me to like work because it's basically in a warehouse. So anyway, we're gonna go hang out at the library, find some books, maybe just get the one that I had on hold, but maybe we'll find some other ones, and then we'll see what happens from there. Gosh. Alright, good morning. It's the next day, and I did end up finishing The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches yesterday. It's such a cute book. I will say that I felt like the whole time in this book, you are watching this older witch teach these three younger witches how to control their power, because they are afraid that when a solicitor is, they know that the solicitor is coming to their home around Christmas time, and they know that he's going to probably pick up on the fact that these girls are magical and their mother is not going to be there to help protect them. And so really why she's there is to help these girls learn how to control their power and everything. And then when it gets to the time where he's actually there, I was very, very much underwhelmed by the whole situation that panned out. I felt like it literally covered like maybe 5 or 6 pages. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure it was a little bit longer, but I feel like the whole book up into the last like 15 pages, it was like leading up to this, and then it was such a short moment of time that they were like worried about. It just like, I don't know. I was just very much underwhelmed. That concludes this book. I thought it was still overall cute book. I wish that the ending was a little bit different or a little bit better, but I did overall enjoy it. And I think I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars. I really did think it was cute. And you know, I know that I said that I wanted to read this for spooky season, but it does kind of take place starting in October through December. So I feel like it's a good fall book regardless. So if you're looking for one, would recommend picking this up. And now I have a couple other books to choose from. I have a little book haul. So if you saw earlier when I went to the library, I found The Perfect Couple, or I got The Perfect Couple by Eileen Hildebrandt, I think is who it's by. I watched the show on Netflix, was very, very intrigued, decided to pick it up. It's actually still in my car, so I need to go grab it. But that is one book that I want to read for this video, or this week at least. And then I also have 2 other books physically, and then I have 2 audiobooks as well. Kind of a lot going on here, but the books that we have right now is Abby Jimenez's Part of Your World. Now I read Yours Truly, which is I think the 2nd book technically in the series, but you don't need to read them in order to know what's going on from what I have been told. This is November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I found this when I was thrifting a couple of weeks ago, so I got it for $2. And today is actually November 7th, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to read this book because I feel like I have a lot of stuff going on tonight and tomorrow as well, so by the time I actually finish it would probably potentially be November 9th, which is Saturday. I just think it'd be kind of fun to read this on November 9th, so I think I might start this one first. And then the other books that I actually have on audiobook right now, so one of them is The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. This one's only 10 hours long, so I could get through this one pretty quickly, especially because I listen to them a little bit faster than like the regular 1.0 speed, so I could get it done in less than 10 hours. And I also have Marked, which is a House of Night novel. Now I actually have this one physically as well, but this one's also only 10 hours, and I thought this one kind of seemed, it does kind of seem a little spooky. It's got like, I don't know, like haunted vibes almost. There's like a half moon on the cover of all of the books, or on the spine of all the books. They look very just, I don't know, very spooky, like fantasy almost, like potential vampires or something. I don't know, I have no clue. But the fact that it's called a House of Night novel as well, like the whole series, like I don't know, I'm just very interested. So I want to start reading that series as well. So we'll see what we end up doing for those. I might listen to those when I'm going to work or something. But I think for now, we're gonna start with November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I'm excited to get into it, and we'll see where it takes us. Yo! Today is November 9th, which is a big day here in Utah. It is the day of the BYU versus University of Utah football game. And that's a big deal. It's called the Holy War. I am representing the Cougs today. Anyway, I have a little bit of time before I need to leave to go work on, or to go like do some of these football festivities and go see the game and everything. And so we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of reading while I wait November 9. I'm excited. Alrighty, I have made it to page 190 in this book. And I have to say, like, I love the idea of it. It's definitely like this, like, it's probably a pretty unrealistic thing. I don't think people can fall in love just over the matter of a couple of hours once a day once a year, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem super entirely realistic to me, but that's what I think I like about this book, is that I know that it probably would never happen in real life. They meet once a year on the same exact day, on November 9th. We just got to the 5th November 9th that they are meeting, so they're supposed to be meeting up for 6 years on the same day, and the last November 9th that they got through was not super, super great. She found out basically that he started dating his dead brother's wife and is helping raise his nephew with her, basically. And what happened was, the year before, she was there with him when he found out that he had passed away, and he told her, like, don't leave, like, don't leave me to stay here for, like, you don't, we can call up the whole deal right now. And she did leave because she wanted him to continue to be able to finish his book, and she didn't want him to give up on his dreams. And so when she finds out that he's dating somebody now, she basically tells him, hey, the deal is off, like, I love you, and I didn't think that this was gonna happen, and now, like, things are different now, so I'm leaving. But the book keeps going, so we know that there's 2 more years of December 9th, or November 9th, that they have to meet up, so I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Obviously the last time that they left off, they were, like, she was pissed off at him, so we'll see what happens. This quote at the very end of this chapter is just so savage and also so sad. It says, it took 4 years for me to fall in love with him. It only took 4 pages to stop. Are you kidding me? Love freaking sucks right now. Like, literally, that's what I'm going to therapy for. And it's like so sad, and it's like almost kind of a little bit like, okay, this makes me feel a little bit better knowing that, like, it's not, it's not gonna work out for everybody. Which I feel like this is still gonna work out, obviously it's still going to, but we'll see. What? No freaking way. One of the big plot lines in this book is the fact that, well, actually, I don't know if I should say this because I don't want to, like, spoil anything. She found the manuscript of the book that he's writing. So he's writing a book based off of all of their experiences and interactions every single year. And she knew that going into their agreement that that's what he was going to do. And I think she's going to find out a lot of bad stuff about him. Oh, man. Man, that's crazy. This is insane. I'll keep reading. All right, I just changed out of my shirt because I'm getting ready to head to the gym, but oh my gosh, I just finished this book. I finished it way faster than I thought I was going to, and the emotional whiplash that this thing did to me, back and forth and back and forth. I hated the guy, and then I was in love with him, and then I hated him, and then I was in love with him again. And now I get why she was also so crazy emotional over this. Like, in this book, it's so crazy. It's such a good one. I really, really liked it. Wow, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I'm gonna rate this 4 stars. Probably one of my more favorite Colleen Hoover books. However, I will say it completely is unrealistic. Like, this is not gonna ever happen probably in real life. And it has a lot of, like, really triggering themes in here. There's a house fire, there's cancer, there's suicide, death, just all of those things, like a, missing father, or like a, what do you call that? Like a parent who just, like, doesn't care. I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. All of that in this book. What a wild book. I'm so glad I read it. It is November 11th today, Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all those who served our country and those families. But yeah, I'm so glad I was able to read it and I was able to find it. And I think I need a little bit to decompress about it, but it was such a good book. And it definitely took me on, like, a wild roller coaster ride of emotions. So crazy. Well, hello everybody. It is the next day. It is actually 8:54 p.m. So almost 9 o'clock. And I have actually been listening to Marked by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. I actually have the physical copy here. I thrifted it a little while ago. Paid $2 for it, which is great. But I've been listening to the audiobook version of it. It's like a cute little, I want to say, like, a YA vampire romance. Essentially, I'm like 50% of the way through already, and it's about a girl who she lives in this town where vampires are normal. Well, I wouldn't say normal, but like people know about them. It's not like a secret. It's not like a secretive thing. They're regular people, humans, regular humans, and vampires don't really like, they don't mingle, they don't intermix. It's kind of seen a little bit as like taboo almost. And this young woman named Zoe gets marked by a vampire tracker to become a vampire, and her whole world kind of gets turned upside down. She basically can no longer go to her high school anymore. She has to be sent to a boarding school-ish type of thing for vampires where they learn how to become vampires and how to like vampire history and all of that stuff. If you don't actually fully transition into vampire, like if your body rejects the mark from being tracked, then you die. So it's a little scary. She seems to be doing really, really well. She just got put into like the school and she was really nervous, but it seems like a lot of like that she's taking it on a lot better than most other of the fledgling vampires that are there are doing. So I'm feeling that maybe there's something special about her. However, this is part of a series and it's a long series. I think there's like 7 or 8 books. And yeah, I'm not sure if like we'll actually get through anything substantial in this book. This book could just be more of like a building like the foundation in the world. So I'm not really sure, but it is good. I'm gonna head over to the gym right now actually. And we're gonna go work out for a little bit, and I'm gonna just listen to as much as I can for the rest of this. And then I don't really have any other plans for tonight. Well, I have things I've been invited to, but I think I'm gonna have just kind of a chill night here at home. So we'll listen to the rest of it and then see how far we can get tonight before we head out tomorrow, because we have a fun little trip planned for tomorrow. But we'll see if we can get this one finished first. So that's the plan. Good morning everyone. Last night I did end up finishing Marked and it was okay. I think this book was definitely like, it needed to be the intro book to hopefully set off the rest of the series. I do have almost every other book in the series over here in my bookshelf right here. Like all these are part of the series as well. So I have the rest of them. I don't really know if I'm going to continue reading them right now. I have a ton of other books I want to read, but I am glad I was able to finish this one and just get it over with at least. So I'm going to give that one 3 stars. It just kind of felt like it took a long time to get to the end. There's a lot of unexplored plot points, which I get there's a whole series, so I'm sure we'll probably explore those later on in the rest of the series, but it was just kind of like a lot of hodgepodge stuff together, left on an open-ended ending, if that makes sense. And I feel like if I was in high school or junior high reading that, then I'd be like, oh my gosh, such a good book. There are some really like more like, I don't know if I would even call that YA anymore, because there were just a few like really weird parts in it that were like kind of sexual but not really at the same time. I don't know, it was kind of confusing. Wasn't a big fan of that. Anyway, I'm actually heading to Vegas right now. We're getting ready to leave. We're doing a really quick trip. We're going down tonight, coming back tomorrow for a concert, but I'm going to be bringing Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez with me. This is what I started reading last night after I finished Marked. I'm only like 50 pages in. Not even. I'm 34 pages in. And so far it's cute. It's your classic little romance book. Yeah, I feel like we already know the 2 characters that are going to fall in love. So we'll just kind of have to see how that story progresses and goes. So put that in my bag to pack up and we'll head on out on our trip. vlog. It's the next day. Actually, it's a couple days later since I last checked in. I was in Vegas, I believe. We went with me and some friends went to Vegas and went to a concert and had a super fun time. We were there for like 24 hours, really quick turnaround. And now I'm actually in Texas. Surprise, surprise. We're at my parents' house. We got Christmas tree already set up, but I am almost done with this book, Part of Your World. I am on page 352 and there's, let's see, 372 pages. So I've got 20 pages left. Super exciting. I'll definitely finish this right now, real quick. It's gotten to be really cute. I'll do a little check-in after I finish this book, and then we'll start the next one because I am just kind of here hanging out with my parents for a couple of weeks for Thanksgiving. And I brought a lot of books with me to read. I have a lot of books I want to read while I'm here, so I'm trying to crank them out as fast as possible. So anyway, we'll keep reading and finish this one up and see what we think. It's so cute so far though. I'm starting to like it a lot more. Alright, I just finished reading Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Oh my goodness, this was so cute. I work in the medical field, so it's kind of fun to like read a book that's based a little bit, like I kind of know a little bit of what's like going on like actually in the field of medicine. So I think that was kind of fun because I was able to relate a little bit to this as well. And I also felt like I kind of also was relating to the characters in this a little bit more than I thought I was going to. At the beginning of the book, I was kind of just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's gonna be another romance book. But being that I just got out of a relationship and like I was kind of having to understand that the relationship was going to end a lot earlier than it actually did end, and then this is what was kind of happening in the book as well. It was nice to kind of relate to it a little bit. Obviously they get back together in the end, spoiler alert, we all know what's gonna happen. Come on, it's a romance book. Don't know that'll happen with me, obviously. Hopefully one day I'll find my happy ending. With that being said, I'm gonna give this 4 stars and I'm excited to read. There's 3 books I believe in the series. I've already read the second one, and then I read this one first. You don't need to necessarily read them in order, but the third book I'm really excited to read and hopefully enjoy that one as well, because every book follows a different character that you're kind of introduced to in the book. So in this book, you're introduced to the character that will be playing out in the second book, and the second book, you're introduced to the character that will be playing out in the third book. So I'm really excited to read it. I'm looking forward to continuing on the series, and I've heard so many great things about Abby Jimenez, that she has more books and more series that are just amazing. So I'm excited to keep reading them. With that being said, I'm putting this one down, and I'm going to start up my next book right now, which is Eileen Hildebrand's The Perfect Couple. This book, actually, I decided I wanted to pick this one up because I saw the Netflix series The Perfect Couple first. That one has, what's her name? She's beautiful. Oh, Nicole Kidman. It has Nicole Kidman in it. Such a great series. I watched it so quickly, and I feel like even though it looks like it's a big book, like it's, you know, quite hefty, the text on the page is pretty large. So I'm not too worried about it. I feel like I could probably honestly get this done. I mean, if I like sit down and read over the next 2 days, I could probably get it done like really quickly. Since I'm here with my parents right now, I have a lot of free time, so lots of reading is going to be getting done. I've decided I'm going to go sit outside to start reading this book. Before I go out there, it's actually really sunny here in Texas, which is so nice. I don't have to wear a coat or anything, but I do want to get some sunglasses on to help protect my eyes. And I actually was gifted 2 pairs of glasses from FIRMOO. I've done a couple different collaborations with them before, but they are sponsoring this portion of today's video, and I want to show you guys what I picked up, what we're going to wear when we go outside. These are so stinking cute, and they're so great for the holiday season. If you're looking for a fun pair of sunglasses or reading glasses or blue light glasses or whatever, they have all sorts of different options on their website. They're at great prices, and they will be on sale for Black Friday, so you can go and pick them up. These ones in particular are just a pair of regular blue light glasses, but they are so beautiful. So they have like clear frames at the bottom, they kind of ombre into it with like a gold detailing on the side. I think these are so stinking cute. I love wearing my blue light glasses from FIRMOO just because I feel like they really do work really well. And look how cute these, are you kidding me? They are so lightweight, which is nice. And I feel like when they come in the little box, they come in like a nice little travel case, but then they also come with a little pouch here that also has some like cleaning products in it and some rags and things like that to help you make sure that, you know, nothing get smudged or anything, or if they do get smudged, you can go ahead and wipe them off really easily. They have so many cute styles. I really like these ones just because they're super simple, but they help frame my face really well, and they're great for working, especially if you're like reading something on like an iPad or a computer. These will help with like your headaches if you get blue light headaches. But I also picked up a pair of sunglasses, which I'm gonna be wearing when I go outside. I actually showed this pair to my friends and they all were like, these are so cute. Like they all wanted to get themselves their own pair. So these are the pair that I picked up. It's such a classic pair. I love the classic black shape, almost like a cat eye shape in a sense, but they're still very sleek. Come on, are you kidding me? They're so cute. I just love them so much. So I'm gonna wear these when I go outside. These again also are a little bit heavier, I would say, than these ones, just because they are fully like framed and rimmed, but they are like, they feel so great and still super lightweight. They're super thin on the side, very sleek, very classy, and I feel like they go with honestly any outfit. I feel like these also really help, again, frame my face, and it just works really well with my face shape. I've had a lot of people tell me when I wear sunglasses that sometimes it looks like they're just way too big for my face. I think these ones are honestly so perfect. So if you guys are interested in picking up a pair of sunglasses or regular glasses for yourself, for your friends or family, I'll go ahead and link everything in the description box below. Down below you can find the specific links to these products as well. And thank you so much, FIRMOO, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. We are reaching the end of today's video. I was able to read The Perfect Couple so quickly. I feel like I plowed through this. I think part of it was because I did watch the Netflix show that this book, that the show is based off of this book. This book is about a wedding. So you find out that there's a wedding happening, and on the morning of the wedding there is a body found floating in the river, which is kind of gross. The person who was pronounced and found dead is the maid of honor, and then the sheriff gets involved, and it's kind of like a mystery, like, okay, who killed her? Did she actually die by murder, or was it an accident? So the whole time you're reading this book, it's like you're going back and forth between different characters, different point of views, and then you're also going back to like the murder, and you're figuring out all these secrets from this family, and that they aren't this perfect, beautiful, wonderful, rich, wealthy family that everyone sees themselves as being portrayed as. So that was kind of interesting. I will say that the book and the show are quite different. In fact, like how they describe the characters, how they look in here is very different from who they cast on the show. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just like very different. And also how the book ends versus how the show ends is totally different. They have two completely different endings, which I thought was really interesting. So I did end up enjoying it because I felt like I was getting a different storyline than I was getting from the Netflix show. I'm a little disappointed that they went in that direction, that it didn't end up being the same as the book, but I do get why they had to do it for the show to make it more interesting and more exciting and more dramatic. But yeah, overall, I thought it was quite a good book. I would actually recommend this. It wasn't like nothing too inappropriate, I would say. There is like an affair that happens, but other than that, like, it was, I thought, quite good. Fun little mystery / a little bit of romance / just like lots of multiple viewpoints. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I would give this book 4 stars overall. And looking back at all the books that we read for this video, we read 5 books, which is crazy because I think I read 5 books just in the month last month alone. I am definitely getting out of my reading slump. I currently am I've already read more books since I've read this one. I've been filming, trying to pre-film for some Christmas vlogs. So gotten a lot of reading done and it's just been a lot of fun to do. So I read some really good ones. I think out of all the books that we read, my favorite would probably be, oh goodness, I really liked November 9th. I really liked Part of Your World, and I also liked The Perfect Couple. So I'd say maybe one of these two would maybe be my favorite. Anyway, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and comment down below any of the books that you read for the fall time so that way I can add them to my TBR for next year. And I will see you all in my next video very, very soon.